I'm just wondering, you said that Benue got the funds, some funds in 2013. I'm sure that was in the aftermath of the 2012 floodings,
exactly.
in which Benue was also severely affected then. But then, you know, upon coming to office in 2015, did the governor also realize that, you know, this had to be prioritized? Did he raise any alarm as to, you know, oh, Benue needs some of this fund so that we can clear the drainage channels? We do not know when next, the next round of floods will come.
I am aware the government did. But as you know, even the federal government has a challenge. The economy has been biting everyone. So you cannot blame both the federal government and the state government. Because when you have issues that are fighting for your lean resources, then you have to prioritize. Remember that the issue of salaries is one issue that states have to, the federal government had to intervene with the bailout, and now we have Paris and London clubs refund and so on. So it's a challenge that the fact is that the government recognized the need to address the issue of flooding and take precaution. But the funds were truly not enough to do all of this and be able to provide other aspects of development, provide development in other aspects of the economy.
But listening to some of the residents, I mean, it isn't just about monies. Yes, monies are very important to make sure that major infrastructure are constructed. But then there was also the question of people building and blocking certain drainages. And I do know that that argument was going on among some residents in a certain community where they felt that some houses had been developed and there were accusations laid against the urban planner, the town planner, you know, the chief town planner, who had to come and defend himself. Did the government also look in that direction?
Yes, and that's why the governor has directed that immediately the structures that are illegal should be pulled down. Because you can't, when you have such a situation, then you have to take a drastic action. So that action is being taken as I speak to you. The government is has moved in that direction to see that, one, water channels are opened in the areas that are affected, and the illegal structures, especially in Makurdi, which have constituted the menace which we now have as flooding, are opened, and then the illegal structures are pulled down. Because you cannot operate on sentiment in this matter. Flood has come. We are all casualties in the matter. Whether we are directly affected or not, we are affected. Whether your house is on a hill and you're not in the low level side of Benue where flood is hitting everybody, you are affected because perhaps your friend or a relation is affected. So the government will not play on sentiment. The government will take a decisive action in this matter. And we are appealing to Benue people to understand why the government has said it will demolish some of the structures that have constituted, that have blocked water channels in Makurdi and other parts of the state.
Do you see a situation where the situations will get worse, or do you think that, do we have any information that perhaps the rains have stopped and this is the worst we're going to see in Benue in terms of the flood?
I don't think so. And that's why I want to appeal to all concerned Nigerians to look at Benue, look at the food basket of Nigeria. If this flood continues, Benue, which provides a larger percentage of food for this country, will be in trouble. The food basket is in trouble because homes are affected, farmlands are affected. So when you have people not going to their farms, farmlands are eroding, and so on, then where will the food come from? So the impact of what is going on in Benue now will be felt after now. And I don't see it stopping soon because the rains are still coming. So we are appealing to organizations, both national and international, to step in and help Benue State.
What do you want them to do specifically? To
come in. Already the federal government has directed NEMA to go to Benue and see what it can do to provide relief. To people. So we have organizations like UNDP, we have organizations that have been doing a lot of good things for people globally. So we are expecting them to come in. What we need immediately is relief. The government has already provided a camp, 2 camps, one in the international market, which is yet to be occupied by traders, and another camp in North Bank. So we are believing that immediately people are being moved, victims are being moved to those camps. And we believe that if help comes, wherever it can come, we need it, wherever it can come. These organizations I'm mentioning, they know exactly what to do when we have a challenge like this. And so let them come in and help Benue, not only to provide relief, but also to help, if possible, provide the funds to assist Benue to be able to open up channels in Makurdi, Boko, Otukpo, and other towns of the state.
Definitely a lot of areas affected there. But my colleagues in Lagos have questions for you.
Yes, Mr. Akase, I'm really concerned with this volume of water that we're seeing, the flood itself. Where do you think this water is from?
That's a good question. I wish I could answer you, but you know, water comes from different sources. We are aware that from before now we used to have the Lake Nyos in the Cameroon also providing water, supplying water through River Benue and other rivers around. But I think that this water, it's as a result of the heavy rain that has been hitting Benue recently. So it could be the accumulation of the rainfall, and then you have streams and rivers surrounding Benue, you know, overflowing and then pouring into people's homes and so on. That's where I believe the water is coming from. It may not be from one source. It could be a combination of sources that we have what we have now on our hands.